Welcome, everybody. We are live. So live. We are alive, in live. We're living.
Live?
Yep. Relive. We hope you have had a wonderful week and weekend. If you are listening to this later, right now it's Tuesday night. So either rewind your current timing back to then, or just pretend to live in the here and now. If you're tuning in with us for the first time, we are Shattered Dungeons. We play our indie RPG called Shattered Dawn every Tuesday night for all the world to see and listen to, as well as you folks who are listening to us on our podcasting network platform, whatever app you're listening to on. We hope you are enjoying it, and we want you to comment and share on our podcast. If you have not already, go to Twitch right now. Stop what you're doing. Go to twitch.tv/shatteredtabletopgames. Give us a follow and a share. Tell us all about how much you enjoy it, and then share it with everyone you've ever known. Not everyone you currently know, everyone you have ever known in the history of your life. Be that person who sends a random Facebook message and the other person is very clearly anticipating a pyramid scheme, but it's actually just you sharing our podcast with somebody. So please do that. We would appreciate it.
Hey, stranger, I haven't talked to you in 16 years.
Yeah, it's still a pyramid scheme. It just doesn't really help a whole bunch of people.
Like you to tell two friends, and them to tell two friends, and so on, until we all make money.
Brand have good luck for 10 years.
Yeah, Brand is trying to institute the biscuits and gravy chat or command and chat. That's not a thing yet, but I think it should be.
Wait for it.
Yeah. The last thing, we are continuously in pursuit of 200 followers, so please, if you know anyone who would like to participate with us, have them follow us on Twitch. And also, if you want access to our emotes, unedited video on demand, become a subscriber on Twitch, or a patron on Patreon. Those are two great ways you can support the show. We really appreciate each and every one of you who are already doing that. You keep the show moving forward and keep this thing rolling. So we appreciate you. This episode is sponsored by those people, all of them, everyone who supports us. There it is, emotionally, financially, and most importantly, through dragon cookies and chat. So, well,
physically,
yep. And if you would just, cast some prayers and love up to the heavens for Ray's computer, which has been having issues. He is not with us tonight due to some technical issues. And if anyone would like to go out of their way to purchase him a brand new computer, send me a email and I will connect you guys. So, hey man, couldn't be there. Oh, it's all right. We found someone to buy you a whole new computer.
I knew it was a matter of minutes before Tofu created biscuits and gravy.
Oh no, Tofu's already on it.
Really?
Oh, all right. We are going to go to our intro video, and all of us are going to play with the biscuits and gravy command in chat. All right, everyone. We will see you in a moment. Farewell.
They'll tell you to cool off for a minute.
And we are back. We were talking about how Chick-fil-A has spicy chicken sandwiches, which you can admire the descriptor in the chat. So I would encourage you to do that.
I'm still waiting on spicy nugs.
Yeah, we all
Apparently McDonald's just dropped spicy nugs.
Well,
Really?
On that note, welcome everyone. Tonight we are without Ray, as previously stated. He's having some technical challenges.
He should haunt us in chat. Why isn't he?
He's there in spirit. He'll roll when necessary.
He's having biscuits and gravy.
Yeah. Which, by the way, Tofu, we lost it when we saw sweet tea. So good. Exclamation point sweet tea in the chat, or exclamation point biscuits, or exclamation point gravy. Those are all things you need to do. And so at the end of the last session, the fog cleared and the sound died down, and the voice heard booming above and throughout the chamber simply said, and so, I'm the one proven wrong. Our agreement will be maintained. Take the bracelet. Tell Belfith I am sorry. We shall meet again. And you all tried to spot where the voice was coming from, but the sound of a secret pathway closing led you to believe that your time in this lair had come to an end. And so you carefully made your way back to where Belfith was. You brought the bracelet to him. He simply nodded and packed it away, encouraging you to rest. And at this point, I realized I didn't actually
introduce anyone.
Huh. Well, this is weird.
Well, nobody introduced me.
Yeah. So that's
So
where it
excited
ended
to get
last
started.
time. That's our recap. But tonight we have Jordan playing Nikina. Nikina, say something.
Hi, everybody. My beard looks like it's a shadow more than anything else, so that's weird.
True. We have Lauren playing Brand.
Well, hey, y'all. Bless your heart.
We have Heather playing Callisto.
Hey.
I am not afraid to die, and my hearing has improved.
Greatly. Heather is wearing her Visaville ears, for those of you watching. If you're not watching, you can check it out on our YouTube page. Go follow us and subscribe on YouTube. Or if you're on Twitch, just check it out there. They are wonderful, and they really bring out the tattoos that remind you who you are.
That's right.
And then, of course, we have Dion playing the illustrious, the heart of the party, the person with the smartest things about him to make sure no one dies, Flynn. Finger guns. We got finger guns, everybody.
Once again.
Hello, everyone.
Ooh, and talking. Man, this is so much energy. And so now that you guys have left the lair and you have been introed for this session, following the normal routine, Belfith plots the course back after you all have rested, back to the city of Araqiel. Beckoning you to come near, he offers you each something, as he has assumedly been holding on to for just the right moment. Looking through his pack, he states, "You deserve these. I had hoped you would be receiving these in our estate, but gifts need no location to be given."
We have an estate?
Indeed. Looking through his pack, he pulls out the various things that he will be giving you.
The stuff and things.
The stuff and things. And it's in this glorious moment that I realize that I did not actually write that down in some place that's easily found. But Brand...
You wrote it down in Discord.
That's what, yeah, I couldn't remember where. So, Belfith reaches into his pack, much like Santa Claus, and pulls out a Tepidon shield of +8 health and hands it to Brand.
Oh my, if this don't make me fancier than a mushroom person with 2 heads.
Okay. He pulls out a spell tome of Virtuous Beam and hands it to Nikina.
Oh, a book. Thank you.
He then pulls out a ring of +8 health and hands it to Jensar, who then puts it on and lays down for a nap.
That's about right.
That's an odd way of saying thank you.
He pulls out a spell tome of lesser shape change and hands it to Callisto.
Thank you.
This will help conceal your ears.
Really?
No. Well, maybe. He then pulls out
to show her ears.
Yeah. He then pulls out a spell tome of Elemental Blade and hands it to Flynn.
Thank you.
And walking over to the still unconscious David Threepwood, he pulls out a ring and simply slides it on his pinky finger. And suddenly, I said Flynn, I meant David. David Threepwood.
They're brothers.
David Threepwood now looks like he can handle a punch even better because it gives +4 armor rating.
Woo.
Yep. So you continue packing and make your way to the east. Now, as you guys are traveling, you'll have a little while to speak. So, what would you like to talk about?
Are we able to learn the spells for the tome we are given in the time we're traveling?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I would point out, not to meta or anything, Virtuous Beam's a recon, so Bran, you could learn that too.
Sweet.
And I think I can learn lesser shape change because I've got reshaping. If that's cool. If that's cool with Callisto.
Yes.
I mean, while we're learning, did you want to pick up any of my healing spells?
I don't know what you have.
All of them.
Oh, yeah. Flynn was the one last time. I was like, I need to learn how to heal
Oh, is that
myself.
Flynn? Yeah.
So apparently all along the way as you guys are walking, Brand
just
is giving
sharing
a
knowledge.
master class on how to cast reconstitution spells.
First, you have to make some biscuits and gravy, and then you get some sweet tea, and then you sit down.
I'm so confused.
They're all
and
on
I
the
can't
edge
do
of
this spell.
They're all on the edge of their seat waiting for you to finish your sentence.
And then you eat them, and then you lay hands, or you do minor heal, or quick heal, or heal target, but I can't do heal
Buskets.
target yet. But it's heal biscuits. Heal biscuits. Just heal biscuits.
I just don't feel that that's life-saving advice.
Much like abracadabra.
Yep.
She does exactly what she actually just said, and it works, and it heals you guys.
I have minor heal, lay hands, and quick heal. And those second two are student level, and then heal target is a journeyman level.
Which ones were the student ones? Sorry.
Lay hands and quick heal.
Now
So
that I can actually take that, I probably will.
Yep.
So you guys can definitely notate that all of your characters are, I believe, able to learn that with the exception of like one or the other.
It depends on your potency.
Yep.
Actually, that's a very good point. I should check to see what that's going to be like for me to heal.
Yeah. So
Is it worth it?
as you guys are kind of figuring that out,
Oh,
after
man, I already
some
wrote that.
time, you all come to a path winding through a large canyon. Ahead, you hear echoes of rocks crumbling, falling from above. Nothing too heavy, it sounds like, but it's very clear there is some activity along this canyon.
Did you say rocks crumbling?
Indeed.
Somebody want to wake Jensar up? I believe that the rocks are his speciality.
Is it gonna be nice rocks or the ones that keep trying to kill us?
You have no idea. Trying to wake Jensar up, he seems to have gone to sleep pretty heavily. he is beginning to show symptoms much akin to David Threepwood. Who is trying to wake him?
I assume Bran is just smacking him.
Wake up. This is no time to have a nap. I need you to do something. The bad guys are coming. We're all gonna die if you don't wake up.
As you try and coax him awake very nurturingly, even though you're saying terrible, like, we're gonna die things, he kind of rolls over and swats your hand away and goes, just 5 more minutes.
Y'all, he is not waking up.
Brand, you begin to feel that his temperature is more akin to yours now. It's clearly not great.
Cold? Or
Yeah, he's getting colder.
I was like, wait, what is my temperature?
I know. I was like, is she hot or cold?
Seeing as you're made of ice.
I don't know.
I forget.
Hey, if ice gets cold enough, it burns.
Ooh, are you gonna name your punches freezer burns?
Maybe.
Please.
Please
my
do.
dry ice.
Take that freezer burn.
I was thinking dry ice.
Okay, so we just hear rocks falling all around us, like we're about to get caved in on.
Rocks fall, everyone dies.
No, not like that. This is like rubble. Like,
Barney
That's
rubble.
how it starts.
it just takes one. No, this is like the wind is probably picked up and is howling down this canyon. Moving various things. Like a wind tunnel moving small rocks and debris and things like that.
Maybe we should all stay very quiet, and maybe nobody make sudden outbursts of emotion.
Should stick
Not that
close
any of
together.
us do that, but I don't want to start a landslide.
Belfeath has begun carrying on.
Carrying on as in moving forward.
Yep,
So we're supposed to follow him?
you assume so.
It's just for driving this thing because he's passed out.
Yeah, we got our gravy train back.
Jensar is, yes, passed out. So,
Tofu is driving.
Tofu's
Speaking
driving
of
with
the
Belfeath.
Gravy train.
Brand, are you gonna ride the Byleon?
I am. Am I? No, I'm not too big for it.
No, I mean, it's not necessarily like,
It's
you're-
gigantic.
It's not like you're a pillow on top of it, but it's definitely.
You might be too cold for it. It might melt you.
Can her
melt
feet reach the ground even though she's sitting on it?
So many questions.
My knees are like up around my ears.
Her feet
Y'all,
stretch.
look, I'm riding
And
it.
you're like, where's my seatbelt?
Where's my seatbelt? This does not feel safe.
Because of the width of the Byleon, no, her feet don't scrape against the bottom of the Azure.
Who invented this? I
It's-
don't believe this is safe.
So this is, if anyone's ever seen the episode, or not the episode, the clip from Anchorman where Brick rides the bear, that's what this
Yeah.
looks like.
That's
Oh my god.
where I was
Oh
going.
dear.
Hang on, Bren. Hang on.
Well, are we just gonna go forward, or
We are following Belfeath. We have no choice.
okay?
Do you have any other ideas?
I'm gonna give my little critter like a little tap tap so he follows.
Your critter.
Yeah, I'm gonna name him Biscuits.
Which should we name the other one?
Biscuits the Byleon. It just rolls off the tongue.
And it seems Callisto has named hers what now?
Gravy.
Okay, Biscuits and Gravy. They took Tofu's chat commands and named the Byleon after them. This is something else.
Ooh.
So, we're hanging out, following Belfeath, and I say to Bren, because we're kind of far away from you, right? We're not right up all next together. Is that correct?
Yeah, what you guys are looking at on the map is pretty accurate. Belfith kind of leads forward. You guys are in the caravans just kind of behind him. And as you near a turn in the canyon, Belfith kind of slows down and catches up to the both of the caravans. Or the wagons,
Okay.
whatever you want to call them.
Cool.
And so as you round this corner, ahead you see a figure standing alone on the path you walk. The
Why
ravine
does
in
this
which
keep happening?
the ravine in which you find yourselves.
On the path.
The ravine in which you find yourselves
Anybody else keep hearing this weird voice in their head?
echoes your
It is
steps, making it nearly impossible to sneak up on it.
I am going to sneak out the back of the caravan.
Okay. Flynn dips out. Tofu says, duly noted. For everyone listening, internalize that. Flynn has snuck
So-
out of the back of the caravan and is sneaking, I'm assuming with a 50.
That
Wait.
is correct.
All right. You,
So
from your
there's
vantage
just-
point, you are hidden.
There's a person. Oh, there he is. Oh, okay. Is that the person that's just standing there?
Yes.
This guy? Is he, oh, he's still far away. Is he, facing us, or can we see that yet?
Oh,
You
he's far
can't-
away.
You can't quite make out his finer features, but it appears that he's turned around.
Okay.
I take a piece of rope and I cut off. I cut up into smaller pieces, and I use that to wrap around the toes of my boot, so that I'm stepping on the rope and not the. I just knot it up around my boot so that I'm stepping on that and it's not boot to ground.
That is, you get +1 experience points just for that idea. Yeah, okay, you can sneak up on him now. Great job, Flynn.
Y'all, maybe we shouldn't drive the Bylon up there, and maybe just one or two of us go up so that he doesn't know maybe like how many of us there are.
Nikita has hopped out, just itching for a fight at this point.
Do you know anything about that person, Belfith?
Do you think if I knew I would tell you?
No, you
No.
tell us nothing except to be quiet.
But I hope someday when
worry,
I
I'll
ask the
fight
question,
him.
I will get an answer.
One
maybe
at a
just
time,
maybe
one at a
sweetie,
time.
maybe just go say hey. Maybe don't punch him quite yet.
Yes, that is good advice.
But I
Fran.
want to.
For once,
We all want a
answering
lot of
your
things.
question directly, I have no idea who or what that is up there.
Cool, dibs.
What?
Belfith is not much help.
Perhaps we should just proceed.
All of us at once?
Well,
Hello
maybe
there,
that-
mysterious
we
stranger.
will back Nikita up.
Are you looking for trouble?
All right,
You back
so
him up. I'll wait over here.
for reference, as Nikita walks forward to speak with this thing, Callisto and Brand are kind of near the inside concave corner of this canyon. Flynn is hidden behind it, standing on some rope he's adhered to his feet, and the rest of the caravan has kind of just parked in the actual turn. And so down here, as Nikita approaches, restate what you just said.
Just. Hi there, stranger. Are you trying to pick a fight?
Slowly turning around, the soft glow of his eyes meets yours from underneath his helmet.
Oh, that's cool.
The sword behind his back now casts a long shadow your way. This feels very much like some sort of standoff in the Wild West. After a moment of eyeing you up and down, Nikita, he looks away from you, past you, to the caravan behind you, and sees Brandon, Callisto, and Belfith atop the Bylon.
Excuse me.
He holds up one hand and a voice can be heard.
Halt there, harbingers! I seek an audience with you. I am Gorik Rock-Kelementok, and one of the officers of the Magma Conflux. Each of our attempts to end your threat has been in vain. We simply wish to come to an arrangement for the salvation of our people.
Yeah, you guys were pretty bad at killing us.
Which is why we are faced with this arrangement. What say you?
Turning back to the others. So punch or don't punch?
Do not punch, Nikina. Not yet.
He just called us harbingers. I don't think that's very polite.
I don't even know what that means.
It sounds rude.
You are the bringers of the omen.
It's a good movie.
Do you not want the omen?
No, you herald the destruction of my people.
That is not good.
So far, your people have tried to destroy us. So if there's any destroying happening, y'all have been destroying us. We're just doing whatever that man says
to do.
Preemptive attempts, yes. But the larger populace is at stake.
Okay.
So
you should approach. Are you alone?
Nearby, I have created a meeting space for us.
it
Feels like we could do that
It sounds like a
here.
trap. I think it's a trap.
That does sound like a trap.
It feels pretty trappy to me.
Yes. Why should we follow you?
Again, I seek an arrangement to benefit my people. If you try to attack us or seek retribution for our past attempts, absolutely, we will defend ourselves. But we shall speak like civilized beings.
I mean, if he wants to benefit himself, maybe he could also benefit us.
Most definitely.
Maybe we should hear what he has to say.
Yes, but why can't they come to us?
I whisper to Bran next to me. I'm gonna hang back and follow in after you guys go in.
Nice. A little layer of protection. Surprise protection.
So, what say you?
Well, seeing as how there's only me and Callisto and Belfeeth over here, I guess we could come up with...
Could we send Tofu to fly over and see if he's lying?
Roll a wilderness check.
Oh, our wilderness boy is out.
I have wilderness 1. No, looks like I have 2.
Wait, can I...
Only hope.
But it's...
You said his eyes were glowing. Is that normal for a rock?
Yeah, ask him why they're glowing.
Well, these are the fire boys.
Try to roll. I think it's this. I could be wrong. Is it
well,
plus
that's
10?
a natural 100, so yeah, I think you did great. Callisto whispers sweet nothings to the tofu bird, and it ascends valiantly to the heavens. Doing a flyby, it returns, and at this point you realize you have no idea how to speak bird.
She rolled a perfect 100.
I know, but...
Can I shape change into a bird to talk to her really fast?
You could.
Ooh.
No. So the tofu bird lands and gives you a very clear animalistic indication that it is completely safe. There is nothing to worry about, though that doesn't necessarily mean the meeting space was investigated.
It also doesn't mean that she judged Danger properly.
Yeah.
Nikina sweetie, can you maybe find out why this nice rock Elementalk has glowing eyes and how in the world they can use fire in addition to their rockiness? Because I have a problem with that. That's just not natural.
Like, am I supposed to figure, or do you want me to just ask him? Is it rude to ask him?
You
who
are
cares about rude? He
yelling
called us
across the
harbingers.
canyon. I can hear you from back there.
Don't butt
Okay,
in
so-
where you're not wanted.
Nikita turns back around. So is it rude for us to ask, or can you just tell us?
I am not offended, but I assure you these are the things that I wish to speak to you about. So, come. I have a meeting space set up.
I am not sure I trust your meeting space, but I will follow if Nikona will follow.
Yeah,
And Brand.
I mean,
I
worst
have
case scenario, we can
delicacies from far and wide as an offering of truce.
What does that mean, snacks? I do like snacks.
Will you
Follow-up
be coming, Belfies?
If you're a rock, what do you eat that you would consider a delicacy?
Come find out. Enjoy.
He's bribing us with food.
I'll do it.
he?
Giddy up.
It's like when I
Belfief,
was in the club.
Belfief
in the
continues.
Azurian club.
Welcome to the Azurian Club.
They
I
were
forget-
plying me with drinks and snacks.
I forgot Brand was
They were
part
just
of
up to
the
no good.
Azurian club scene.
Oh my god.
I have to get my dance. My dance moves.
I thought, based on the documentary Footloose, you weren't allowed to dance.
I mean, considering the environment you grew up in.
I'm staying back, remember? I'm sneaking.
Yeah, I was gonna.
Yeah, as far as he knows, it's just us.
So, basically, everyone moves forward. The incapacitated people stay in the caravans. Nikona, Callisto, Brand, and Belfief all enter the small, relatively small cavern that has been dug into the side of this mountain. Gorik takes his seat at the head of the large table in the center of the room, and he beckons you to sit. So, as you enter the nearby cave and he beckons you to sit, Belfief leans in as he seats himself and says, "You will be leading this meeting on our behalf. Work together. Make your decisions together. Keep in mind, they would see us dead if we refuse their offers." In response, Gorik stands.
He is correct. Though now we have a different strategy to making sure our people are safe from the impending doom you would bring upon us. The magma conflux has determined that if we cannot end your threat with combat, then we must have an emissary with you to help guide and look out for potential threats to our people. That is our proposition. Simply allow me to join your organization so that I may help protect our people by assisting you.
You want to join us?
Nikita kind of whispers over to Brand. He thinks we're organized.
Well, we do put on a good show, dear.
Okay, I got one concern.
Speak.
You guys seem to have what's the right word? A taste for sneak attacks. How we don't know that we're just gonna wake up dead one morning because you killed us?
Well, I have a simple answer for that. You can't wake up dead. You will already be dead in that scenario.
Yeah, but I went to sleep alive.
But you can't wake up if you are killed while asleep.
He is clever.
He is sassy. There is only room for one sassy person, and that is me.
I do not think he compares to your sass.
Flynn, you can hear the conversation echoing through the open cavern wall.
Okay.
My concern is more for my personal safety and also how you and your people are just unnatural.
Why are your eyes blue?
Should you say that to him?
He's unnatural. I said it.
My eyes are blue from the magic that courses through my veins by way of our conflux.
How does a rock elemental manage to mess around with fire and stuff and make fire rain down on me, an innocent little ice elemental?
Hello, May.
Many ages ago, our forebears of the magma conflux seeked an agreement between one of the elder Kelementok of fire and the Kelementok of rock and earth.
And roll.
Through much research and experimentation, they were able to combine parts of their essence and imbue our followers with the ability to mold the Azure to our liking, like all of the Earth Kelementoks and all of the Fire Kelementoks, to where we control and produce flame and bend both to our will.
So you have the earth and you have the fire. Do you have wind by any chance?
Or heart.
No, but we have been working on water.
Okay, so let me get this straight. They figured out how to just make magic happen, and yet Mr. Threepwood over he couldn't do nothing with nothing. How does that even happen?
What is a Threepwood?
Oh, our sick friend, he can't use like anything. Like at all.
Sick
Sweetie,
is
I'm not
an
sure you need to
accurate
know.
descriptor. One who cannot use anything is just unacceptable.
Now, you don't make fun of my little duckling. You won't get along very well with our group if you're going to talk bad about him.
What is a duckling?
I have no idea, but she keeps calling us that.
Never mind that. Could you teach me how to bend the earth and the fire and the wind and the water and the heart? Is that everything?
I will impart what knowledge I can through this union of our organizations. Now, the omen that your group has brought upon us symbols our demise. Through great strife, one will come to power, one that will wipe us from the face of this land. You must avoid that encounter at all costs, or all of us will perish.
Like all of you or all of us? Like everybody.
Everybody. The Azure as we know it will fall.
Is there any warning signs on that?
Like wind that was blowing?
There are. I hesitate to share them for fear of causing unwanted hesitation. I will alert you should those circumstances begin to rise and the prophecies become true.
Yeah, but like, let's say you get sick, or you're asleep and then the thing happens, and then everybody dies because no one else knew what to look out for. That's just irresponsible.
In that case, I would gladly appoint a successor. We have the ability to communicate with the conflux at far ranges. Should I come to end my existence here, another shall take my place along your ranks.
Ooh, can you teach me how to talk to people from far away?
It's quite simple. You just speak very loudly.
Hey, Bran, can you hear me?
Yes, dear.
So we did a frequency thing.
What is a frequency?
Never mind.
It's
So
a
you-
movie starring Dennis Quaid. You wouldn't get it.
What is a Dennis Quaid?
He's kind of a handsome but underused actor that was, not as big as he should have been.
I feel like I have much to learn from you as you from me. Along our ways, I wish to learn more of what this actor means.
Sadly, his brother Randy probably is more famous than he is.
What is fame?
That's a good question if you think about it.
Is there any, do I see any activity out here? Any other rock elementals, any disturbances or anything out here?
No, the most you've been able to hear is Nikona yelling if Brand can hear him, and a nonsensical conversation about nothing.
You just hear Dennis Quaid.
All right, I'm gonna try to sneak past here.
They did say the longer you're in the
take a
third,
peek
the
right
crazier
here.
you get.
Okay. As you gaze down the canyon, really you don't see anything. It just continues down a far ways.
Okay. I guess it's safe. I'll go ahead and go into the cave opening.
Okay. You step forward silently into the cavern.
Oh, there's a bunch of them in here.
Yep.
I thought it was just the one guy.
No, not really.
I'll go ahead and take a seat at the table since I seem to have announced my presence at this point.
Oh my, who are you, sir?
Another joins us. I thought it was just you. Is this a Threepwood that has somehow bettered itself?
No, Threepwood's in the wagon. I was trailing behind.
You
I'm just
have
catching up with the
more
group.
Threepwoods.
No, there's Threepwood and then there's Jensar, and they weren't feeling great, and so he was just making sure they were all better, right, buddy?
Yeah.
Very convincing.
I checked him on my way through. I was trailing behind the group, and I've just caught up.
It
You
is
had to pee,
always
didn't you?
important to stop and smell the ground.
I look at him. Does he even have a nose as a rock elemental?
It is a nose. Well, firstly, let me describe him for you so you can better understand what the heck you're looking at.
Do we have a lovely picture of him? Because that would be something.
No, but I will gladly paint you a word picture if you'd like. Standing at 8 foot tall, Gorik is clad in obsidian armor and wields a large flaming greatsword. He is cold and calculating, choosing to rely on his mastery of fire elementals and spells to assist him in anything he deems important.
I'm not sure I'm okay traveling with a thing that can just, like, burn me up all willy-nilly.
I mean,
But Bran, he might teach you how
Makes me
to.
nervous.
could he train you to not hate it so much?
You will not grow in a place of comfort, Bran.
Because
Such wisdom from this Visiville.
You give me the vapors.
I trained to not feel pain by taking pain. Like when you learn to take a hit by getting punched.
Is the
You know what I
vapors
mean?
some kind of disease? Should I be worried? Should my guardians be taking preventative, socially distanced measures?
Yes, if you stay 6 feet apart from me, you won't get the vapors. But I do hear that rock elementox are particularly susceptible, so you might not want to get too close to me.
Apparently, if you're eating food next to her, it's fine.
You might want to wear a face covering as well.
He molds
But
some
if you want
rocks
something to
up
drink, you
from
also
his,
need food. I don't really. It's confusing.
He closes the
But not
helmet
after
to
9.
Wait, what?
Are you a gremlin?
Gremlins are midnight.
Yeah, but she goes to
midnight.
bed earlier, I guess. I don't know. So now, looking down at the table, you guys have been dialoguing back and forth. At this point, you actually take a moment to look at what's in front of you. And in front of you is many different types of delicacies of the Azure, not just to these rock elementals, but there are very well seared Bileon steaks, gravy and biscuits. would be fearful to see them because they look so delicious. There are some kind of whipped mushroom pudding. It's not a dessert. It's like almost like just really fluffy potatoes, but it's made from mushrooms. There's a fire roasted geontrum that seems to be seasoned pretty well. Callisto, as you peer about the spread, you see something that you've only ever dreamed of. There is a small, darkish colored bar of some hard substance.
What is this on the table? What is this on the table?
I do
Rock
not
elemental.
know. I sent one of our guardians to procure things that people of your stature may find interesting and or delectable.
May I have it?
By all means, this is for all of you, as a promise of our future union.
I trust him, Bren. You should taste this.
He keeps on talking about
I think maybe
unions.
one of
Are we
us at
getting
a time,
married?
just for safety's sake.
I will
Guys
taste
that
it
wanted
first.
to kill us offer
Yeah.
us a feast.
But I can't resist because it's a chocolate bar and I can't resist. It's the only thing I can remember from my whole life. I thought I was gonna have to make it in the Azure.
Callisto
So I'm
grabs
so
it.
excited. My hands are shaking.
Callisto is literally going full on Gollum on this thing.
Yeah, and my ears are probably getting bigger because I like smell with my ears.
The question is it a quality chocolate bar or is it like some knockoff dollar store Bobo chocolate?
I will
talking
not
like-
know until I try it.
British Cadbury chocolate, because those stuff's good.
It's a bar that literally just says chocolate on it. There's no branding. There's nothing. It's literally
So,
like wrapped
it's
in a
real
paper
choice.
towel.
So I pick it up with my shaky hand, and I'm so excited. And I just take a small nibble off the corner because I want to savor it, and I just want to have a bite.
It
And hopefully not die.
satisfies you on a soul level. This is something you've dreamed
I
of,
had
that
a
you've
nickel
heard
for
of,
every time.
that you have researched so often trying to figure out how to make this, but there are no supplies to make this in the Azure. Clearly, this was procured by a tribute who somehow snuck it in through being cast into the Azure gates from Erethe, or it was something that was freely traded and found off a Visaville adventurer who had made a trip to Erethe recently.
I want to go. I want to go where this was found.
It's a laughing bar.
I do not know where this was found, but I assure you we can potentially find more, given enough time and resources.
My trust is 1. I will partner with this rock elemental.
Tofu says she's not herself when she's hungry. It's a Snickers bar.
Well, I'm glad we have at least one who supports this organizational union.
Do you have other food we can take with us on the road?
Help yourself to whatever you deem necessary for survival here.
All of it?
Nickena just wraps it in a blanket.
What's the plan to head out?
Out of curiosity, what are they eating? Did they just have a plate of rocks?
That is a great question, Nickena. And I've been excited to say this. Looking around, there are tables of notes and research, magical experimentations, all sorts of knickknacks and things like that. However, you don't see anything that would indicate living space. You don't see anything that would indicate food except for what's in front of you.
Is there a pee bucket?
Not at all. However, looking around the room, you do notice significant amounts of rubble along the corners. And very almost loosely, you see like there are piles almost. To the untrained eye or a quick glance, it would just look like random rubble strewn about the room. But as you hone in, you notice that there are separate, differently sized piles of rocks and rubble. Knowing that now, what would you like to ask?
Is that your poop corner or your food corner?
Or maybe it's them in disguise and it's gonna like.
What does Bran eat?
Or are they babies?
I don't think I eat.
Which corner are you talking about?
Yes.
The piles of the rocks.
Very simply, those are our beddings. Around the room, we kind of just sleep wherever we find enough rubble to cushion our bodies. We simply eat what we find. Most of the Guardians are not Kelementok, so they consume the rock of the walls and the mountains. I, however, do enjoy some of the things on this table, though I can indeed rely solely on sustenance from rocks and azurite.
Azurite.
Do you poop though?
Yes.
Have you tried the chocolate?
Is it rocks?
I am not going to offer more information on my bodily functions.
I'm just gonna warn you now. I'm going to be watching you.
I am very uncomfortable knowing that.
And that makes me comfortable. Welcome aboard.
I hesitate to do anything now.
Well, good. Now that we're all nice and uncomfortable, what's our next step? Are we? I would like a moment to speak with my oh goodness, were we compatriots? Were we? I forgot what we were called.
Friends?
Bell thief slaves? I don't know.
Yes. Could we have a moment? Just a moment. Gorik, thank you.
Cannon fodder.
Indeed, I will begin packing my belongings.
Oh, sure.
He walks over to the side of the room and starts picking up random rocks.
Like, what belongings could he have?
Exactly.
Special rocks.
I'm assuming you guys are exiting. Belfeath kind of begins
I was just trying
towards
to
the
get
caravan.
them to like circle up. I didn't know if we'd. So are we going to take him with us, or what do we do?
I mean, the choice is him or death.
Well, I don't like death, so I guess we take him.
I mean, we've survived this many before, but we had space to fight.
He will make a good connection. He can talk to the other ones.
Also, I'm pretty sure that guy eats his own poop.
And I
there's
can't
that.
handle once they start throwing like fire stuff.
We will protect you, Bran.
So I feel trapped, I think.
It's okay. Apparently, I've got him unnerved, and that should be helpful, right?
Oh, good. You talk about poop some more with him.
Can do.
What does Belfie think?
Belfie doesn't care. He said we were supposed to make our own decisions. I'm not even
So,
sure why
You will
he's
regret
here.
that someday.
I mean,
We're gonna have to
This is
set up
training for
a
you.
rotation as we sleep.
Can we
No,
just
we're gonna
tie
have to have a guard
Belfie up
rotation.
and leave him here?
Belfie? Or the rock elemental?
yes.
No, Belfie, let's just leave him here.
I mean, Gramps did say that although we were free to make the decision, that he was like, they will kill you if you don't do what they want. So I think he knows that this is the way it's going.
At least he told us that.
I will support whatever you all deem the choice to be.
Oh, Belfie, you're still here.
How did? Okay.
I
You
figured
know
we
this.
would have this conversation outside where they can't hear us, but here we are.
Well, you know all this prophecy junk, right?
Somewhat. I know the prophecy that was given to me and the visions I've experienced. I know little about the magma conflux, but what I do know is that they will stop at nothing to make sure that they and their own are safe and protected. If this is the way they want to go about it, so be it. Though if you would rather see them die for their insolence and their attacks on us in the past, I would welcome that as well.
Well, as much as I would love a fight, it's easier to kill just one of them at a time, right?
Oh, sure.
It does
I
depend.
think he may prove useful.
Because they said they've got people to spare to just come on in, guys. So I don't think it's just this room of people. I mean, rocks, things. I don't know what the right word is, but you know what I mean.
Beings. They are certainly more than the ones that surround us. Their organization runs deep, and I assure you there are other officers, other than our friend Gorick over there, that would gladly step in and see us killed. Now, the trade-off is, once we get to Araqiel, their attempts will become less and less, as the city itself will guard us. Though, I'm sure if whatever tasks we are given lead us outside the city, we will surely see them once more. And there's no way to tell who they have bribed or paid, or spoken with within the confines of Araqiel. That said, the choice is yours.
I don't
You
think
must
we could
keep
take
our
them
enemy
all right
close.
now.
I think
Brent?
we can take him with us. He just makes me nervous, that's all.
It is up
Perhaps
to
we can
you.
make a condition that he teaches you how to protect yourself before we go.
That one over there does not have a name tag on. I'm pretty sure these are not the most well-trained guardians of the magma conflux.
She meant the one who would be coming with us, but I looks at the end of the table. He kind of walked away that way.
I mean, Gorick has a name tag on. He's picking out
Him.
his very favorite rocks to take with him, I suppose. So,
I'll start packaging up the Balian steaks and a few of the other things. Just
And
in
I start
case.
helping.
Okay.
Is there any items or things of value on these tables that could be useful?
Not really. Mostly it's written in a language you guys don't understand. Maybe Belfeath would. A lot of it seems to be some weird homebrew version of like things made of rock. Like there are scissors that are made of stone. Things like that.
You think this was their poop?
As you guys are
I do not know.
Wash your hands.
We use whatever's at hand.
Wash
if
your
you
hands.
eat poop, I mean, if you eat rock and rock comes out, then you could just keep doing it.
They're taking nutrients from the rocks. I think they lose the nutrients as they process it.
I'm sure it gives them
What's a
terrible
nutrient?
hemorrhoids.
Sustenance.
You keep saying these words, and they.
Thank you for the
Reason.
follow, Bob Katana 18. You are awesome. Welcome.
Welcome.
We're talking about rock poop.
Yes. So as you guys are kind of figuring out exactly what to take, you can hear Gorik in the kind of back of the cavern.
And you, little Freya, you will have to stay behind. I don't have enough space for you.
He sets one of the rocks down beside him.
Oh my, his name is Rocks.
But you, Ferdinand, you will be at my side as we see the rest of Araqiel.
I mean, I name big poops to you.
I think he's psycho.
I wonder if those might change into a rock elemental. Talks to them like they are people, like they are other elementals.
Neri says we should change Jordan's name from Nickina to Jar Jar Binks. Shots fired. So now that you guys have kind of decided that he's going to tag along with you, what would you like to do now? You've spent a while packing up all of the foodstuffs and other goods that you can procure from here, and it appears Gorik is ready to leave. He has a sack filled with rocks slung over his shoulder.
So how do you feel about this?
Who?
We all look
Who you?
around, each and every person,
Sorry.
trying to
talking to
wonder who you're talking to.
I'm talking to the new guy.
To
What do you
Flam?
mean how I feel about this?
I mean, I know it's your job or whatever, but like, I don't know. Are you angry or
Do you hate us?
bummed? That.
I am always angry. I kid,
that
I
must
am
be
not
his
always
secret.
angry. Simply
Sometimes
put,
you're pooping.
I wish to see my people thrive. I do not wish them gone or dead. My role in this is to ensure the survivability of all of the Azure. Not just you or my people. A hefty weight is laid upon my shoulders.
I mean, honestly, that's a pretty good reason. Me, I don't know. I just want a good fight. You think you and I could spar sometime?
I would gladly do that. Just to
Cool.
see if all of the ones who have failed before trying to fight you were worthy enough to be part of the magma conflux to begin with.
I don't know if that's an insult or not, but thank you.
You're welcome.
There is clear hesitation in his voice as he tries to figure out whether or not he's going to continue to insult you. Belfieth looks at Gorik and simply states,
We don't have enough room on the caravan. You will need to walk. Fine. I shall walk.
Any chance you can let me out of the cave?
No!
yes. You are now.
Thank you.
Sorry, I thought I put you in the right spot.
No, I moved myself as far as I could, and then. Oh, and I see why you thought I was in the right spot.
Yeah, it's very close.
And I did grab the chocolate bar before we left.
Oh,
just
you do
wanted
not
to
need
not have
to
chocolate.
say that again. Yeah.
I packed up a bunch of the food, actually.
I helped with whatever I could.
How many rocks did you grab?
Me personally, I didn't grab
Yeah.
any rocks. They're all poop as far as I'm concerned.
It's probably a wise move.
Those rocks are more elementals.
As soon as he confirmed that they pooped, gone.
That's how he can pop one up anytime he needs to. He's probably just lying to us about talking
He's
long
just
distances.
always ready. So
I convey that to the group. But that's my thought. I whisper it to Brand.
I can hear you.
No. So, what do you guys
Stop
talk about?
eavesdropping. It's not polite.
What do you guys talk about as you continue your journey?
How far apart are we?
You're fairly close. You're within earshot, at least.
So, like, what's next? We keep really only getting info right as it's happening. So, like, I have no idea what we're aiming to do other than not die.
What are you talking about, Nikana?
Like, here's my overall plan, or anything. You're just
Where are we going?
Hey, we've arrived at this place. Go inside and get taken by a tentacle monster.
I never said anything about a tentacle monster.
You didn't not say anything either.
I also didn't know there was a tentacle monster in that keep. And better that than the storm outside.
To be honest, there was a skeleton that warned them.
To be fair, in retrospect, I would have just slept in the storm. Thank you kindly.
Then you surely would have been killed.
You know what? Might have been worth it. You don't know what I've seen.
Would you like me to give you a better reference point?
Wait, what?
For where we are going?
No.
Oh,
for what you have seen.
I don't want you to do that to me, if that's what you mean.
The offer stands should you need to right-size your priorities.
I'm so not comfortable with this situation.
Now you know how it feels to be asked if you poop and then told you will be watched whenever you try to.
I mean, everyone poops. I'm just confirming. This is something way worse.
I am not arguing with that.
So, is there anything else you all talk about during your journey?
I don't know how I feel.
Why did he tell us why he names his rocks?
No, he didn't. Would you like to ask him?
Yes, a rock elemental. Why do your rocks have names?
I am not an elemental. I am a Kelementok like your friend there. And more importantly, I have a name. It is Gorik.
Forgive me, Gorik. I can only remember very few things. Why do you name your rocks, Gorik?
I name my rocks to remind me of my accomplishments. They are totems, things to help me remember why I do what I do and why I am where I am.
And which one is poop and which one is food?
These are not either.
So Freya will not be turning into a Kelementok.
No. Freya reminds me of the prowess I have in combat and to defend myself against those that would see me dead. Ferdinand is there to guide me on my journey to make sure that I am going stalwartly in the right path.
What about Franz? Is he friends with Ferdinand?
No, I do not know a Franz.
He likes to take him out, you know.
Well, what if...
What does Ferdinand say about our direction now?
Hypothetically...
These rocks don't speak. Are you an imbecile?
You're talking to them, though.
Exactly.
That's true.
And you are talking to things that don't matter either.
You mean you? Because that's a real low view of yourself, buddy.
I do not like where this conversation has ended up.
Gort.
Now you know how I feel.
Every
Hypothetically, hypothetically, if one of your rocks was to say, "Oh, be smashed" or "go missing," just hypothetically, like, what would that do to you?
When I do this, how will you feel?
Then I would lose what protection and guidance I have. I would be very angry and I would arrest.
Wait, you just said the rocks don't talk to you. How do those rocks communicate and protect you?
They are tokens of protection. Things to remind me. Oh my word.
I hop down off the wagon and pick up a random rock. Okay, could you just like replace it with any rock or what?
Yeah,
What's the deal?
Just name that one Fred and you'll be fine.
I can't believe you guys are debating with this guy why he names rocks.
Hi there, I'm Franz.
Did you guys think the insulting a guy because he brought some rocks with him was going to take 25 minutes? I didn't.
Yes. You don't know me.
I do not trust those rocks.
Now, I did hear that if you like put some seeds on the rock and then like water it maybe, it grows, and I think it's called like a chimichanga or something. You should try that.
I have tried that once before, but the fur it developed made it seem like my mother, and it was quite unnerving to stare at.
So you have a mother?
Yes, don't you?
I do not know.
I don't know.
Oh, none of us have parents. We're all orphans. We're all very sad, and we have a lot of angst. So
I do not know if I was an orphan. I have no memory of that.
we're all.
Oh, I don't even know what I am compared to everybody else. Let's be honest.
That is
No one
because
else-
Delphine will not tell you.
No one else has a tail. Is that weird?
You seem like something. Like a coat somehow sprouted legs and arms.
I mean, that sounds cool, but also hurtful.
That's just cruel.
Continuing the
Says
journey.
the guy who was questioning his poop.
Got him. Continuing your journey, your minds begin to wander. After your conversations, the quiet begins to grow into a roar as you continue ever upward along the pathway. After a while, you arrive at the peak of this mountain, and staring out along the horizon, you see it. Araqiel, a city like no other. A large fortress stands valiantly atop the final mountain summit. Above it, 6 stone discs of colossal size hover, creating a diamond shape as the smallest gives way to the largest, and then the discs decrease in size once more. Each disc appears to be its own city, and for those who have traveled to Araqiel before, those cities are enforced and separated by portals. Belfith speaks softly. No matter how many times I see our miraculous city from afar, it always fills me with astonishment. We will be traveling to the Nobility District, the second highest city disk. We will have many challenges once there, but at least we will be home. Come.
Oh, good. The clubs there are the best.
Come.
Did anybody else have floating city on their card for today?
Come, we have several more days
Did
before
anyone
we
have rock
arrive.
coop?
I did.
It's several more days before we arrive.
Indeed.
So is
Okay,
Greg
then.
just
By perspective, it must be huge then.
So just to recap, who's on what shift when we rest at night?
Or were you just
I'll go first and annoy him with poop.
Do you need to poop? Can I watch? Do you need to
So Nikana and Gorik are first watch.
Wait, I thought we were staying up to watch Gorik.
Well, one of us
shifts.
Well, we're doing shifts. So Nikana will stay up to watch Gorik, or correction, Nikona and Gorik will stay up to take the first shift, but of course Nikona's watching Gorik. I can either do second or third shift, I don't care. I just want to make sure that we have something planned in terms of nighttime so that not everybody's asleep and Gorik's just sort of running around.
I'll take the second.
All right, so we'll take second, and I guess Callista and Belfief can have third.
Okay.
So, you rest for the evening. About a day goes by, and really there's nothing particularly important that happens. However, is there anything you guys would like to converse about along your journey?
Is anyone actually eating their own poop, or is it just Gorik?
I do not eat my own poopa.
Oh, do you eat the other's poop? Would it be weird if it's your own? I can kind of get that.
I want to keep an eye out and see if I can, like, snitch one of Gorik's rocks at some point. I just want to see if he notices that it's gone.
What
Just
a
switch it
great
for a
idea,
standard rock.
Brand.
Yeah.
Roll a pickpocketing
yeah.
check.
I will
You're not
help you with
Freya.
It's all fun and games until Freya went missing.
Can anyone check them for magic?
What does Tofu Bird think of Gorik?
Tofu Bird is just kind of along for the ride. Not entirely sure what to feel or think, but it's at least paying attention.
Well, I've been spending time in the with Swifty in the caravan. So I'm assuming David Threepwood's just making pirate grunts in his unconscious state.
Yes. As you guys sleep through the night, you simply hear occasionally, maybe about every hour and a half,
Mighty crossbow. Yeah.
Meanwhile,
That's a good one.
Yeah, we got Jinsar.
in the other
The other- on
caravan,
the other
Jinsar's
side.
like, "Oh bugger!
That bomb seems like a great idea.
I've lost my shoe."
Very good impressions.
Thank you. Tofu says Tofu Bird finds him friendly enough because he feeds her seeds. The seeds are also small pebbles, not actual seeds, but the Tofu Bird has a strong enough
It's poop.
stomach and stomach acid to eat no problem.
It's definitely poop.
Neri is like, what have I gotten myself into? So, continuing onward, the group comes across a platoon of Araqiel soldiers along the pathway.
Sup?
Now,
Go
Tell
take
me you
care
know
of
these
them.
soldiers.
Now, as you guys have kind of gone on and so
Make
forth,
Tofu mad at me.
yeah. As you guys have gone on, Belfief on his Byleon, along with Tofu Bird, has kind of relegated himself to the back of the caravan path, or formation, I should say. And so up front, we have Brand and we have Callisto. Now, Callisto, you're still wearing your mask, I'm assuming, correct?
Yes.
Now, knowing that, where is everybody else? Is anyone walking on the ground?
No? Just
Okay.
Gorik, I think.
Okay.
So are these normal like city guards that are approaching? Are we at the city or no?
No, for the Visavillan group, which would be Flynn, Jensar, and Callisto, as well as Belfief, you know that Araqiel has patrols patrolling the nearby mountain ranges just on the off chance there is an attack or someone that should not be there that potentially poses a threat to a city. But on top of all of those things, there are also creatures that you have encountered, even yourselves, that pose risk to the city's fortress foundation. So they regularly patrol to make sure that the city is safe and that the pathways for their citizens that are going out and hunting or retrieving things or doing what have you have a safe kind of radius around the city where they can get back and like, oh, I'm not going to encounter bandits on this road, that type of stuff.
I would just say on my end, even though I'm in the thing, I'm kind of like in that front position where you can, be aware of what's going on in front.
So they can probably easily see you behind Callisto?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not hiding.
Yeah. So, as the platoon of soldiers kind of walks up, one of the leaders, the one kind of marching towards the front of the group, simply says, "Hey, what are we doing here? Why are you along this path? You, Visaville, talk. Why do you have two... what are those, pets? Some sort of Kellementok. Kellementok, actually. Closer inspection. Quite the bounty, I say. Such horrid creatures. Quite the beasts of burden. Though why do you ride upon the Byleon and not, in the caravan?" He kind of leans to his right, looking past you, Callisto. You have another pet in the back. Clearly, you make yourself very far from your slaves. Excellent.
That's not nice to call David Threepwood. He's not a pet. He's a little weird, but...
You should hush your pet, Visaville, or we'll take him and kill him with our own hands and blades.
Will you?
Wait a minute.
As the realization dawns upon Nikona. You, Visaville, what are you doing here? What is your business? Traveling from where and to where?
From your mom's house.
Roll a speech check, Nikona.
That was not in character. That was not legitimately in character.
I don't care. I need a roll from chat, exclamation point D100. Nikona, I need a speech check from you. Nikona's gonna cause his own demise.
Oh no!
24 from Nikona, and we need one roll from chat. Type exclamation point.
You can kill me.
Yeah, type exclamation point D100. Neri says, "Why kill it with their own hands or blades when they can kill him with their own hands and blades?"
145 out of 1,000.
Wait, what?
No, D100, not D1000.
That's a 14 by percentages, guys. She lost.
All
Here's
right,
hoping.
so the
23.
real roll is 23. Now, just for clarity's sake, when Tofu rolled D1000 right there, percentages, that is a 14, which means Nikona rolled higher than both of those rolls. Nikona, because you rolled higher, your speech carried, and they were able to hear you.
Oh no!
He says, "Get your pet out right now. I'm about to slay him in front of you for his insolence." He walks one step forward, and his other guards take position ready for combat.
All right. So I'm gonna sneak out the back here.
I've been the old dusty trail.
We call this move the Flynn. Is that your
and
sneak?
I'm gonna do the rope if this ground is hard.
All right. The ground is hard. Very hard. You are hidden from many of them. What do you do now?
I'm waiting for things to get real.
Just putting a ward on myself.
I draw my swords quietly from behind the wagon.
Visaville, offer your slave for execution now.
You are a silly man.
I am your superior, and you shall do as I command.
So, what's our Kelementok doing? Does he seem to be in support of us, or is he just being quiet?
Gorik's being quiet, just kind of taking it in. He is looking to you and Brand for leadership, basically, because you are
Brand is looking at Callisto because he already was like super derogatory about Kelementoks in general. So she's
So I'm just gonna kind of look at Brand and look at what's our guy's name, Gorik.
Yeah, so you three are
like,
doing the
give him a
classic, let's
signal
all
that-
look at one another back and forth. I have no idea what to do right now, but
Brand
you
is
got
really
any
quick.
ideas? You got any
But
ideas?
I make it real clear that I'm going to attack,
Okay.
and that they should too.
Hey, Belfieth! Why didn't you tell him about the prophecy?
So, real quick, before Nikina says that, Callisto, do you interject with anything?
Talking wise,
Yes, or action-wise, up to you.
I mean, I've only given the signal, like with my eyeballs, to Brand and Gorik, and I feel like they understand what I'm saying. That we're all gonna charge.
Well,
Would
the
you?
Lord did the eyes too.
Yeah. So, yeah, for those of you watching, everyone's doing the signal right now, it looks like. Neri says she's been traveling with the guy and didn't remember the guy's name. Yes, but they just met. And then, I fear for your security, Heather. Yes. So, as you all are
It's a
looking
mass
one another.
security.
Yeah. Callisto, do you leap down? Or are you gonna try and charge with the caravan in tow?
No, I'm gonna leap down, and I'm gonna use my fancy footwork and my celestial ore dagger, and I'm just gonna go run straight at this one right here and attack him.
Okay. So,
Go ahead.
go ahead and make your attacks. Brand,
Okay.
do you follow suit?
Well, she already made the eyes at me, so I'm gonna try to kick my Byleon and say, "Yeah, come on, little doggy!" And I'm gonna try to run these two guys over.
Okay.
Just
Gorik,
And I think that's a
When I
crit.
hear the "Hey, you little doggies," I'm gonna hang on to the back of the wagon rather than completely just let it go. So as you know, if she runs past him, I'm gonna be able to be in position to strike from behind potentially.
Okay. So, seeing all this happen, Callisto gets down and dashes at the guard leader and makes an attack. A crit, mind you. How much damage do you deal, Callisto?
I think 16.
Okay.
I don't know how that adds up if it's a crit.
Double.
Yeah, just
Double
doubles. So that's 32 then. Good hit.
Math.
As Callisto leaps down, Brand kicks it. And what do you exclaim, Brand?
yeah, come on, little doggy.
And Brand and the rest of the wagon goes careening toward the guys in the immediately in front of her. Jensar's sleeping body.
He's just
You hear his fever dreams in the back. Oh no, I don't want to go on the roller coaster.
It's okay. I put a seatbelt on him earlier. It's fine.
Where did you get a seatbelt?
I
Now,
borrowed some rope from Flynn.
Flynn, as you are kind of traveling, hanging on in the back, are you going to make an attack as well?
Yes, I'm gonna definitely make an attack.
Go ahead and make your attack.
Now, did they come up from underneath the wagon, or did they sidestep the wagon? I'm trying to determine, am I attacking down, off to the side, or what's going on?
They sidestepped, and you were able to kind of watch as they turned, as their attention moved.
And as they turn towards me, whack, whack.
Okay. So you're able to make 2 attacks against them. Go ahead and roll your attacks. Seeing all this, Gorik removes the flaming sword from his back and holds it ready to attack. Flynn hits one of his pursuers with a critical hit,
26.
and does 26 damage.
I have a question.
Now, what is your question?
My new spell did not mention a range.
Wait, do I get sneak attack damage there? Was that one that didn't see me?
Yeah.
It-
I wondered.
Yes, you did.
Yahoo!
Make that a nice 52.
Nice.
He should be struggling now.
You chop his arm off. He is now one-armed Willie. So, Nikona, at this point, do you, seeing all this commotion happen, do you still leap out of the caravan and make reference to Belfief?
No.
Okay.
I'm joining the fray.
Okay.
I was just curious at the actual range of Virtuous Beam.
If I remember right, I think it's 10 squares.
That's great. I'm out here. I'll show you a pet, or I'll pet you.
Oh.
That's not good.
Virtuous Beam.
Oh my goodness, I love it. 88 is a hit. How much damage do you deal, Nikona?
34.
Whew, 34.
Can I second verse that?
If you have enough potency, yes.
I have just enough, and I'm gonna do it again.
You're really into this bit. 50 is not a hit.
Okay, I'm still getting used to it.
Just trying it out. To answer your question on the range thing, reading the very, very quick rules here. Spells have a base range of 12 squares, so 10 was
Okay.
So, as all of this happens, Nikona blasted someone with a virtuous beam, Flynn cut a guy's arm off, Bran trampled a couple people, and Callisto stabbed a guy in the chest. Gorik looks around.
What should I do?
Kill him.
Kill them, Gorik.
As
Be
he
useful for
takes
once.
a running dash at the nearest enemy, Belfief finally walks forward, seeing all of this commotion. And as he does so, he yells louder than you've heard him yell ever.
Stop!
He sounds very close to Gorik. Everyone looks at Gorik for a minute, and then their eyes move upward to Belfief atop the Byleon. The leader of the group says,
Belfief, I had no idea that you were. We apologize. I'm so sorry. I can't believe. We will. Please don't mention this to anybody. We will leave immediately.
no, apologies once again, and they hurry past you. The one guy clutching his arm in his other hand, trying to staunch the bleeding.
You might want to put a
From behind you here, give that man a hand.
And they rush off. And as the dust kind of settles for a moment, Belfief says, gather round and listen. No one will be kind to you in Araqiel. We are unique within the hierarchy. Because of our mandate, we have been given freedoms many others envy. From those who don't know your affiliation, you will be treated as they see you socially. Be prepared to defend yourselves from a city that refuses the weak and rewards the strong and tenacious.
Oh my god, I'm going to love this place.
Let us continue. Sheathe
That's
your
kind of an
blades.
odd reaction for somebody who was just called a
pet.
pet.
Yeah.
Yeah, but His
to
sole,
kill
his
everyone.
sole focus is wanting to become stronger and be recognized for strength.
True.
So hearing that's how it runs there, he's like, yes, this is my time to shine.
So,
Finally.
like, do we have like membership cards that we can just say, or should we just say, "Hey y'all, we're with Belfie. Please don't."
Wait, is that the thing that you put on us?
Yes, that's
Oh,
the
the stamp.
tattoos.
Oh, are we meant to show that to people?
Did you put it on your butt, Nick?
I'm not putting it on my butt.
I forgot.
I think, I think I only told David that Nikina's brand is on above his tail like a tramp stamp.
They're gonna have to scan you as you walk from level to level.
I just have to moon everyone. It's gonna be great.
Sorry, I didn't get a chance to clean down there.
I assumed back in session 1 or 2 when you had us do that this would happen, and so I
that's,
immediately made it my butt
There we are.
and kept it. I think David, you're the only one who knew that, right?
I forgot about it completely, but well, everybody, you have added Gorik to the team. You have dealt with a rogue group of guards, and most importantly, you've had a lot of fun throughout the course of this adventure. Everyone is awarded 10 experience for this session, which you've all gone through expertly. And we are going to call it quits now for the evening. So if you are watching, thank you for watching. If you're listening, thank you for listening. Don't forget to share and let people know about our show. Leave a comment or a review on the podcast or on YouTube or wherever you're watching. And finally, lastly, but not leastly, if you're gonna name a rock, make sure it's comfortable with its own name. So we will hang out and chat afterwards and debrief a little bit. We will see everyone else next week for the next installment of Shattered Dungeons. Farewell!